Okay, that's good.
So we have to change our profiles there, right? Rename.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, is there a convention? Add topics and Zoom master. Okay, let me rename it to that profile.
Sure.
Be like that at Toastmaster.
Mm.
All right.
Looks perfect.
Awesome. So let me just test my screen sharing here.
Sure.
All right, sharing this.
Mine too.
Yeah, after allows it, I want you to.
And let me go into presentation mode just to see. This is preference. Hello, Plinio. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining. Welcome.
Hello, Daniel. Hello, Alauzi. I'm here. I made
Hello.
the link I found them on the VPE's meeting. Hello, Akiko.
Hi, Plinio.
Hi, Plinio. We are not listening you well. I don't know if it's just me. Can you listen, guys?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear plenty of it's very low. Looks like you're far from the microphone.
Yeah, for me too.
I'm working on. I will solve this in a while. Okay, I just got into the meeting. Give me a minute, please.
Sure. Just to confirm, can everybody see my screen? The presentation is good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
All right, so let me stop sharing. You can test yours, Alauzi.
Okay, I will do the same. One second, let me. Yeah, it's here, but it's not in the mode. Are you letting the presentation mode that it's not? Can you see?
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Are you letting the presentation mode?
And
great. Thanks.
Is this allows this slide? It's a Brasília Toastmasters.
Yeah, yeah, I will tell this part of the beginning, the introduction of the club, and after I will introduce Daniel.
I see.
And Daniel continue with leading the meeting.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. So let me share my screen now. Hi,
all right.
Vanessa.
Great.
Hello, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, Eduardo também.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello, Eduardo.
Hi, Eduardo.
Good afternoon,
You're welcome.
actually.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
I'm lost in the,
Yeah,
in the
good
time.
afternoon.
I came back to work and just lost the time.
My screen is showing.
Yes,
wow.
it's perfect.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we have Vinicius. Hello, Vinicius. Welcome.
Yeah, Eduardo. Oh, okay. Eduardo is. Plinio, are you there?
I'm here. I'm just trying to figure.
Oh, you're using a. Yeah,
Is
we,
my phone-
Eduardo, and I don't know if Daniel told you, but yeah, as our theme is vacation, so we suggest people use a picture of some vacation that you loved, and yeah, or some place. So feel free to
Of course.
to be
You're
with
on the
us.
vacation mode.
All right, let me do that. Let me switch mine here.
I'll put a picture on my next local for vacation. Let me Natal peoples.
Ah.
I hope I can get there.
Yeah, it's really beautiful there. Vanessa, how long I don't see you? How are you doing, my friend?
Hi, I'm good. I'm trying to put my background.
Hello,
Okay.
Vanessa.
Hello.
Vinicius is a visitor of our club. Hi,
Hey.
Vinicius.
Hi. Yes, I'm a visitor, and I'm happy to be here.
All right, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks you all.
We're 5 minutes from the formal start, so this time it's just for us to get to know each other. We are going to present actually soon. Aloysio will do the introduction and we'll do the presentation, the initial introduction for Toastmaster. All right.
Okay.
All right, so let me switch my picture here. Background. So let's do.
Margaret is not here yet. Let me see. Yeah, she's not here. Vanessa and Plinio, please rename your name with the role that you do today.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so I forgot to request that for those who have a role today, who will be a timer, who will be a general evaluator or any other role, please rename yourselves and include at the beginning the @ and then the responsibility or role that you're going to play today, please.
How is my sound, guys? Can you hear me well?
Oh, Cancun, that's nice.
Yes, loud and clear. You make me jealous, Cancun.
Yeah, wow.
But people say Cancun. We have a Cancun here in Brazil. It's called. It's here in Rio de Janeiro, near to the littoral of Rio.
My vote goes to Fernando de Noronha. It's quite different.
Cabo Frio. Have you ever visited before?
But Rio is dangerous. In Cancun, you can leave the street all the time. Nobody will take a look at you. Nobody will touch you. In Rio, $1 only, you can have a good trip to all the city. You go to all the city with only $1. You take a bus. Cancun, there is just one big avenue, very, very big. And in the left side, the people live. You pay $1 in the bus, you go to the city, and then you come back. $1. And very, very safe place to walk in, to rent a car, to go to the beach.
Okay.
Beautiful
Nice.
anyway.
Good place to plan a vacation then.
Yeah.
Hello, Margarete. Thanks for joining.
Boa tarde, Margarete.
Boa tarde, estão me ouvindo bem?
Hi, Margaret.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Tudo bem? How
All
are
good.
you? Hola, Uzi. How are people?
Fine, thanks, and you.
All right, let's see. We're 2 minutes from the starts. Let me check, just do a quick check on who we have here. So we have a Kiko, we have a Lauzi, me, Laura. Do we have Laura already? No, we don't. Margarete and Vanessa.
Yeah. I'm without my cell phone here. Maybe someone can help me and send a message to Laura.
Yeah,
to
I
check,
can ping her here.
please.
Yes.
Yeah, my cell phone is in the other room and it's charging. Sorry.
That's okay. Let me. Oh, she just pinged me here. Hey, I'm running a. I'll join from my phone at 3 p.m. and once I arrive home, I'll connect properly from the computer. All right. Okay, so Laura will arrive a few minutes late, but I think we can get started. Now it's 3 p.m. So Alauzi, you want to do the introductions?
Okay, let's go. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Alauzi, and I'm the VPE, the Vice President of Education from Brasília Toastmasters. And the Brasília Toastmasters is where leaders are made. And I'm so proud to tell you that we are, for the second time, the Club Top Excellence. And I'm so proud of our members that gave us this title. Second, I will tell you some meeting guide. Leave your mic on mute. Okay, please pay attention to this information that it's very important. Our applause will be in sign language. So let's do that to our members and to our guests and to our speakers, to everybody. Try to use the word of the day. Thumbs up for those that use the word of the day. Please place a pin on the time picture. So if you are a speaker or an evaluator and you need to control your time, find the timer, look to the 3 points that you have, click on them and find pin to pin him. We keep our meeting recorded on YouTube. And why we do that? Because it's really important for our members to look how they are presenting and so them to improve their presentation for the next time. For our guests, it's not mandatory to speak, so please feel free. Our club mission is to develop public speaking and leadership skills through active participation, inclusive experience, and continuous learning. Toastmasters International is a non-profit education organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. So we are spread in 149 countries around the world. We have more than 15,800 clubs, and we are more than 300 members. We also are spread in corporate clubs and important ones. So they are organizations that sponsor clubs for their employees. We have like Dell, Facebook, Google. We have Harvard University, Stanford University. Our Brasília Toastmaster is in it's not a corporate club, but it's in UNB University. So we are in the Brasília Toastmasters where leaders are made. And I have a pleasure to have with me today, Daniel, that will be our Toastmaster of the day, and he will lead our meeting this afternoon. So Daniel, the stage is yours. Welcome.
Thank you, Laúzi. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. In this afternoon, let me share my screen to get it started on second. There you go. Sorry, going to the right slide. All right. So in this afternoon, the theme of our meeting will be vacation. So as you can see, we're inspired by some very good, nice beach backgrounds to remember us what a vacation is, time to relax and have fun. In this afternoon, I'll be, as Alud said, your Toastmaster of the day. To help me in this journey, I'll have Plinio, who will play the timer. He's from Boca Raton, Florida. Plinio, would you like to introduce yourself and just comment on the role you are going to do for timer?
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel Beck. I am Plinio. I live in Praia Grande, São Paulo, Brazil. I am on Toastmasters since November 2020, and I am sure to tell you that Toastmasters is my life. I love this. My role today as timer is to control how much time each presenter has for each speech. When the presenter reaches the minimum required, I will show you through my background the green light. Sometimes there will be a watch to guide you. The yellow light will be shown in between. When the maximum time is reached, I will show the red light. And at the end of each session, I will give you my report. Back to you, Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Plinio. All right, as the counter will be playing by Laura Leal. Do we have Laura already on the call? Hold on a second. Yes, she's in. Hello, Laura. Can you please introduce yourself and then tell us what your role is? Laura, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, great. I won't be able to turn on my camera right now, but I'm here to explain you the role of the accounter. The accounter is the person in the meeting that's responsible for noticing the little and some other filling words that people use when they are not sure what to say, and then point them out and suggest some actions they can do instead. So back to you, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Laura. All right, next up is grammarian. We unfortunately don't have the grammarian in today's meeting, neither the hack master. But we do have the topics master, which will be played by Akiko Yamagami. Akiko, would you like to introduce yourself and then briefly explain about the topics master?
Yes, sure. Thank you, Daniel. And hello, everyone. I'm Akiko, one of the club member. I will be a topic master, which is the role to facilitate the table topic session, which in table topic session, we speakers can train their own skills to organize and express their thoughts so quickly without planning. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Akiko. Next up is the video and audio monitor. Akiko, you'll be also playing this role. It's not your name there, but I think you'll be playing that also, right?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, actually we use the different terms sometimes, like as a Zoom masters, because it's online and using Zoom. As a Zoom masters, my role is to prepare the feedback and the voting forms, update the competition winners on the slides, or I will help support Daniel to do it, and take care of all the details so that the meeting runs organized. I also start YouTube recording and rename meeting functions. Back to you, Daniel.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Akiko. Amazing. That's awesome. We're playing multiple roles. And last but not least, we'll have the general evaluator who will be played by Eduardo Barbosa from the Everywhere Club in Rio de Janeiro. Eduardo, could you please introduce yourself and then briefly explain about your role?
Thank you, Daniel. It's a pleasure to be here in this amazing club. I participate in a couple of times, to say at least. And my role today is as a general evaluator. I'll be looking at the overall aspects of this meeting. Begin with the Toastmasters and end with the roles, the helpers of this meeting. Back to you, Daniel.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Eduardo. All right, and as we do in every meeting, we have the word of the day. And for today, I have selected a word which is called breathtaking. Breathtaking. It's an adjective. And if you say that something is breathtaking, you are saying basically that, or emphasizing that it is extremely beautiful or amazing. So let's do a sample. The view from the top of the mountain is breathtaking. Or the beach behind me is breathtaking. So you can use in multiple situations. Since the theme of the meeting is vacation, I'm sure you'll have opportunity to use the breathtaking word and maybe squeeze that in your speech. Let's challenge yourself with this word. All right. Next, we'll have 3 moments in this meeting. The first one will be the section of prepared speeches. We'll have 2 presenters today, which we'll talk in a moment. Then we'll have the impromptu speeches, which is the same as the table topics, which will be handled by Akiko. And finally, we'll have the section of evaluations where the evaluators will provide the feedback to the prepared speeches. To get started with the prepared speeches, we'll have the first speaker will be Alauzi Pires. Alauzi is doing the persuasive influence path, and she's doing her first project today, which is the icebreaker, which is the very first project in which she's going to introduce herself to the club. She will be evaluated by Margarete Carneiro, and the title of her speech is Self-Knowledge. Alauzi will have from 4 to 6 minutes to do this presentation. Alauzi, the stage is yours. Stop sharing.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I will pin my timer here. 1 second. Yeah, great. Who am I? To answer this question, I have to consider 2 different moments, before and after the pandemic. The pandemic has forced me to look the outside world, not only the outside world, but the one that exists inside of me. 2 years ago, if you had made this question to me, I would answer. First, I'm a 41 years old woman, divorced and without kids. Second, I'm the oldest kid. The oldest from 3 kids, 1 boy and 2 girls. I have my own apartment. I am a federal employee since 2009 with master and PhD degree. Fifth, I studied at Stanford for 1 year, living in California, USA. Many of you would say, wow, you are such successful woman. Well, I'm not so sure of that anymore after going through this pandemic. And you can ask me, what changed? I realized that my definitions about me were always around what I did in life, my career, my family, and not really who I become as a human being over these 41 years. Yes, I have remolded the concept of who I am. And I can tell you, I'm extremely lovely with my family, my friends, and people around me. But I'm not always with myself. Sometimes my huge desire of being loved lets people do some stuff that go beyond of my limits. The same necessity of being loved also lets people that truly don't care about me be my friends or participate on my life. For sure, I've been learning to say no. I have been learning to love and to consider myself in the first place. I'm also a smiling and empathetic person. I love to give tight hug to everybody. I know that these characteristics, they are a huge power to help people around me. But I've learned that it's okay if I don't want to smile. And if I'm not well, to help people around me. And it's okay to ask for help if I need, or to ask that tight hug. This is not weak. This is to be human. At the end, do you know what, for me, I consider as a person succeed? It's always the one that look inside and analyze yourself, that recognize their best and worst features, and try to be the better version of yourself. My dear Toastmasters and guests, this is my self-knowledge path. Now, I want to ask you, are you doing your self-knowledge path? Who are you? Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Awesome. Congratulations, Alauzi. It was amazing. Let me share my screen. All right. So right now we'll have then 1 minute to provide Alauzi the feedback. So let's Plinio to count 1 minute for us, and we'll post here the link in the chat to the form where we're going to provide the feedback to Alauzi. So counting 1 minute.
Gostaria de lembrar que os nossos convidados também, tá? Podem deixar esse presente para os nossos oradores, que é o seu feedback.
Thank you, Alauzi. Thanks for remembering that. I'm sorry I forgot. I've been Toastmaster for a long, long time, so I'm a little rusty, but we'll do. All right. All right. So we are at 1 minute. Let me share again. Next up, the presentation will be, or the speech will be done by Margarete Carneiro. Margarete is doing the path of presentation mastery, and her project is to prepare to speak professionally. She will be evaluated by Vanessa Santos, and the title of her speech is it possible to be happy with so many challenges to deal with? She will have from 18 to 22 minutes to do this speech. Without further ado, Margarete, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Yes, can you hear me? Just to check before I start.
Yes.
Okay. Imagine if there was no pandemic, how different would our lives be? What we could have done in those 2 years that was not possible because of the pandemic? How many times we could not do the things we used to do? Several times, I can guarantee. We got stuck and for months. Several times, I can guarantee, we have stuck at home for months. Millions of us have felt lonely, vulnerable, depressed during the coronavirus pandemic. I have 2 daughters. My grandson, I have 2 daughters. Barbara and Julia, and a grandson, Nicholas. They are my world. And I could not be with them for several months. Although it is very sad for me, although it's saddest for those who lost relatives and friends. These last 2 years, 2020 and 2021, were not easy for anyone, given the pandemic that disseminate lives, jobs, economies, and damage the mental health of many people. Like the vast majority, I suffered watching the suffering of the others. I was insecure about the future. I still went through difficult personal health, but I haven't had the COVID so far, thanks God. In fact, life is difficult. I'm not being pessimist. This is what life is. It's difficult. And who told that was not me? For instance, Walter Smith, motivational speaker, said that life is indeed difficult, partly because of the real difficulties we must overcome in order to survive, and partly because of our own innate desire to always do better, to overcome new challenges, to self-actualize. So life is difficult partly because we have out of control challenges like pandemic, diseases, and other, and partly because we impose new challenges on ourselves. How many of you impose yourselves professional challenges like to get a new job, or challenges like losing weight, or work out more, or learn a new language? How many of you intended to be a better speaker and because of that join the Toastmaster Club? Myself. So some may think, hold on, Margaret, are you saying that we should not impose challenges to ourselves to make life easier? No. I'm not saying that. Please don't understand wrongly. Life without challenges would be boring, would be pointless. Even though extremely difficult times in our lives, we learn something. We have learning opportunity. And this guy said the same when he said about life is difficult. He also said that happiness is experienced largely in striving towards a goal, not in having attained things, because our nature is always to want to go on to the next endeavor. So it means that part of happiness is setting challenges and overcome them. Happiness is an emotional state characterized by feelings of joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. Challenges are good, even essentials, to make us grow and be happy. In fact, we need challenges in our lives. I'm not being optimistic. This is what life is. Life is difficult, but because we have challenges, and challenges is what make us happy. That's crazy, right? It means like it's kind of no, what life is. According to Aristotle, happiness can be hedonia or eudaimonia. Those difficult names are Latin, of course, and hedonia means hedonic happiness is derived from pleasure. It is most often associated with doing what feels good, self-care, fulfilling desires, experiencing enjoyment, and feeling a sense of satisfaction. So when you buy a new dress, ladies, when you buy new shoes, of course, new shoes can do miracles, right? When you eat a chocolate, when you drink a nice cocktail, when you listen to the music, you are making you happy. Those kind of pleasures are make you happy, okay? But to have long-term happiness, you need eudaimonia, where happiness is this kind of happiness is derived from seeking virtue, goals, and meaning. It is associated more with fulfilling responsibilities, investing in long-term goals, concern for the welfare to other people, and living up to personal ideal and purpose. So it is related to goals, meaning, and purpose. Without purpose, we cannot be happy. No matter how many drinks you have, how many music to listen, you need to have purpose. You need to have goals to achieve. So we have to balance those two kinds of happiness. And now I'd like to ask you people to help me with this presentation. I'd like to ask you, what are the little things or big ones that make you happy? What are your goals and purpose? Are they clear? I'd like to ask some of you, at least 2 or 3, to help me to understand you better and share with the people, all the people using your phones. Can I have your help?
Sure, I'll help you. Little pleasures. Let's see. Well, one of the major pleasures for me in life is for sure travel, right? Travel on vacation. So having that set as goal, as a planned vacation for my future is something that really excites me. I do lots of things throughout the year to reach that goal. And that's something that is really, really helpful, or really, I mean, it makes me happy, right?
Excellent. Excellent. Do you have any purpose or goals, like long-term goals that you like to share with us here?
Long time, yeah, I do have long time goals. Like the main one for now, we are envisioning the new house we are planning to build. So that is the long term goal we have.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for sharing. We have two things in common, because I do love travel as well, and I do love nature. And for me, a small pleasure is to be on the green place with a lot of green leaves, trees, etc. And also, when I have the opportunity to go to the breathtaking beach, it's awesome for me. So I love travel. I love go to other side. Unfortunately, during the pandemic situation, we were not able to travel as much as we would like to go. But now we can start again to plan some travels, right? Who else could share with us their goals and small pleasures?
I'll make Daniel's back words my words as well. I work. I am retired right now, but I worked for 40 years. 40 years in two different ships from Monday to Friday. And the last 10 years before my retirement, I stopped working on Fridays. I was on education field. I used to teach English and I in private school, but in the beginning, public schools. After retirement, I began to travel. Yes, before this, I was saving money, and right after my retirement, I began my travels. In 2020, during pandemic, 6 travels, 4 of them outside Brazil. And this is my goal. I want to continue going on around the world. This is my goal right now.
Excellent. So nice to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing. And I mean, you guys, you don't have small pleasure. You have big pleasures like travel and know a lot of places. That's wonderful. My plan is also, when retired, stay just traveling. I also had the opportunity to travel during the pandemic. I traveled 8 times because it was very important to me to keep my mind happy. You know? Is there anybody else that would like to share with us their goals and small pleasures?
Hi, I would like to share mine. I have a small pleasure of having a cup of tea. I like to have really nice, different kinds of tea. And it also helps me to connect with a travel that I have done, a trip that I have done in the past. For example, I go to some place and I buy a tea there. And then when I'm at home, I take a moment and take that tea. That's a small pleasure. And big goals for my life. I'm a public servant, and I'm contributing to improve the infrastructure of the country through my work. And I also try to link that to goals for the population of the country. For example, the transport sector has a lot of linkage to the environment. So I try to learn things to better do my job, to connect to improving the environment. And another thing that I do that gives me purpose is to contribute to the Polyglot Club, because I believe that in our country we still have a bad education system, and with that I try to contribute a little. Thank you.
Excellent. So nice to hear that. So you can work with something that is connected to your purpose. So it's amazing, very good, because you can be happy at your work because you know you are contributing for something that means a lot for you. So very good, very good. Thank you all for sharing with people. I'd like to stay here for hours listening to all the people, but we don't have time enough, so I must go on, okay? And also during this period of pandemic, I also imposed me challenge, especially the professional ones. But I also imposed myself on looking for new personal habits towards greater self-knowledge. My previous, the previous speech was about that, right? And I put myself on looking for new personal habits toward greater self-knowledge and a search for more holistic health, body and mind. It was the beginning of a new journey that I intend to continue on. Redefine my priorities, sorry, give new meaning, and try to enjoy more quality time with family and friends. After all, the pandemic reminds us of the fact that life is short. I'm sorry, I don't have water here with me. Oh. If I can share with you some learning that I have with this pandemic thing, I'd like to talk a little about how to build resilience and happiness, even in difficult times. So for the tough times, the times that you have a disease or lost somebody or lost your job or something like tragic like that, it's important to keep your mind positive and learn with them. It's important also to stay focused and productive, because if you don't pay attention, you stay at home, became depressed, don't talk to anybody. So you lose opportunity to grow, you lose opportunity in work. So please stay focused and productive, even in difficult times. Improve your self-esteem. In difficult times, it's common people say, why me? Why it's happening to me? In fact, everybody has up and downs. So downs is normal for everybody. So you have to keep in mind that it's not because of you. It happens, and you are able, perfect able to overcome those challenges. So keep it in mind and strengthen your relationships. You have friends, you have family. They can support you, help you to overcome this difficult time. As you have your goals and challenges, they are good, but sometimes we also have so many goals in life that we became stressed. It is not to become stressed with our goals. You have to think big, dream high, dream big, but also act small. Break down your big dreams in small dreams to have the ability to implement them. Also stay focused and productive, because it's very important to follow your plan and to deliver what you was think to deliver. As Daniel is building a new house, he have to concentrate to have this done because it will consume money, time. So it's important to be focused and productive. Allow change. Sometimes life changes, the things change, so you have to be flexible to have to this. And celebrate achievements. It's very important to celebrate achievements. Sometimes we are so concentrated in doing things that we cannot allow us to celebrate what we have done. We just finish one thing and jump to the next one without time to relax and celebrate. It's important to be happier. It's important to build your self-esteem. So don't jump this part. It's very important. Don't skip this. And I suggest you a daily routine and self-care that be grateful every day. After all, you are alive. After all, you have challenge to follow. So be grateful every day. Value small things like the tea, like the sunshine, like the stay with your friends, like walk your dog, like small things can be part of your happiness. Work out and take care of your health. Health is very important. Number one, if you are not healthy, so you have nothing. So it's important to keep your body functional well and mindfulness and workout, etc. And indulge and care yourself. Give your little pleasures. Give you that new dress that you are looking for. Give you that new, eat some nice desserts. So on and so on. Please indulge yourself. You deserve that. So what I'd like to say, Mr. Toastmaster and my friends, my colleagues that are here, you are very fortunate. We should be grateful every day. Instead of pandemic and all the situation, we are here. We are alive. We have our dreams. We have our goals to be pursued. So be happy, enjoy your life, and make it worth every day. Thank you.
Wow, that was really a breathtaking presentation. Oh my God, congratulations. Awesome, really, really awesome. Share my screen. All right. All right. Thanks a lot, Margarete. And now we'll have 1 minute for everybody to provide the feedback to Margarete. Akiko is posting the link again in the chat. Just a reminder, our guests can also provide the feedback to Margarete. And Plinio, could you please count 1 minute? All right, we are done with the feedback. If you are writing, you can continue to write, no problem. We'll move on with the report of the time from Plinio. Plinio will tell us how our speakers have done in the presentations today. Plinio? We can hear you.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
He delivered her speech in 5 minutes and 5 seconds. And Margaret in 21 minutes and 22 seconds. They are both eligible to be voted.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Plinio. So both candidates are eligible for voting. With that, share again. We are now turning on the poll, so you should have received now the poll to vote on who is the best prepared speech of the day. All right, we'll allow 1 minute for voting now. Right. Okay, I think we had the time. We're almost there. Yep, about time. The pool should be closed now. Okay, now we'll move on with our meeting. Now it's a very fun time, which is called the networking break. Now we'll do a 5-minute break for everyone that wants to go to the bathroom or to the restroom and have some water. And during this time, we'll stay here and we'll continue to talk if you want to stay. You're welcome. So let me stop sharing. You can see each other.
Plinio, what's the next place that you're planning to visit this year? You let me curious.
I think you should have asked me what are the next places you want. Next March 16, I would be taking a ship in Rio de Janeiro toward Europe. A Norwegian ship would be coming from Buenos Aires to Rio de Janeiro to take us to Africa. First of all, Salvador, Maceió, Africa, Cabo Verde, 5 countries in Spain, Portugal, and finish in London. But unfortunately, because of the pandemic, this trip has been canceled. And I will do the opposite. We just change the cities. We'll take this ship in London and we'll be back to Switzerland, Paris, France. This is from November 19th. This is just one. But I had a flight. I have a flight to Rio de Janeiro next 19 March. Do you remember? These flights are paid. You don't think that I'm going to waste. I'm going to spend 3 days in Rio.
Oh, you can visit me.
I'm going to spend this. I didn't cancel the ticket. I'm going to spend these 3 days in Rio, and just God knows what me and my wife are going to do that. But I have other plans that, Eduardo, I believe we wouldn't have time to tell you because there are too many plans. I have a basket. I have a basket of my desire, and I have put so many desires in this basket. And before my 100 years old, when I intend to die, when I intend to leave this world and the Toastmasters,
centenary man.
My 100 years, if God helps me, I will follow Margaret's advice. Will take care of my health. I will take care of my food, and I believe I can accomplish this mission of being happy.
Oh yeah, great. if you have time and you have some plan to visit here in Rio, you can call me if you need some help.
That's awesome.
You live in Rio. Yes.
Yes, in Niterói, actually, in the city of Niterói, but in the state of Rio. There is a city of Rio and the state of Rio.
And why don't you speak like the people from Rio?
I met
people in Rio and they talk like the people from Rio. You're not from Rio.
Yeah, thanks God. I'm not from Rio.
I know where you are, but now you are going to have to tell them where you was born. I know, by the way.
I was born in Bahia. Side of Bahia.
Bahia. That's nice.
Vitória da Conquista.
That's nice. All right, so who else has plans for vacation this year? I do.
Oh, tell us, Daniel.
Which one?
Which one? You have more than one?
Oh, you said tell us. I thought it was we were calling someone else. But anyway,
no,
my plans for this year will be I plan to go to Santa Catarina first in around April for a trail running event. So that'll be not really a vacation, but it is a vacation for my mind. I can relax there.
Yeah.
So that'll be the first fun event, and then there will be a major vacation in October that I'm planning. Then it'll be like an international travel. I'm planning to visit my sister who lives in Orlando.
Orlando.
So she lives there, and then I'm planning to visit her in October. But we'll see how this pandemic is going to be there, right? We'll see.
Oh,
Daniel, isn't Orlando in Brazil?
No, it's in Orlando in Florida. Yeah, United States.
Ah, wow.
There is Orlando in Brazil?
No, I just confused.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, we're about time now. 5 minutes with our networking break. I will start sharing again presentation, and we'll move on with our meeting. All right, the next section of our meeting is the very fun one, and it's called the table topics. This section will be handled and organized by Akiko Yamagami-san, or Akiko-san.
Yes.
Kiko, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Daniel. So before starting, let me share my screen to you. Can everyone see my screen? Okay, so let's go. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and our dearest guest. My name is Akiko Yamagami, and I am your topics master today. And I am going to lead this session. In this session, the speakers can train their ability to organize and express their thoughts so quickly without planning, which is called improvisation. And then I guess we don't have any guest today, but in this session, guests can also can participate. And then each speeches, we encourage the speakers to use the word of the day, which is breathtaking. And then for the timing of each speeches for this impromptu session, the speech should be from 1 to 2 minutes with 30 seconds as a tolerance. So if your speech is from 1 to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you are eligible to be voted as to be voted. And if your speech is more than 2 minutes and more 30 seconds or less than 1 minute, unfortunately, this speech is considered as disqualified in this session. Okay, I said all the rules, But before we begin, let me share one interesting fact I really wanted to share with you today, which proves how Brazilians are the master of vacation. I am from Japan. I only worked for a Japanese company. And then this chart is sharing paid vacation usage rate. This research has held 2018 before COVID pandemic had started. Even though it's Japanese, I think you can guess a little bit, but let me explain. On your left, you can see the Brazilian national flag, which means in Brazil, people receive 30 days per year as a paid vacation, and then they use 100% of it. While on your left, you can see the Japanese flag, which means in Japan, people receive 20 days as a paid vacation a year. And actually, we actually use the 10 days, half of it. Do you understand what I mean? This is real. In this chart, it says the same thing, but showing the different way. On top, in this chart, Japan is the top of received days 20 and then actually used 10. So we have 10 days vacation unused, while Brazilians use all of that, you know. So why I share this to you? Because I think it can be said, people in Japan don't know about the vacation as much as people in Brazil. So if you think your idea, your experience is nothing special, just as common as everyone, but please know, even you think it's normal, it's not normal outside of Brazil in world widely seeing. You are at the very high level of about vacation, more than most of people, other people outside of Brazil, other than France and Spain, are the same rate. Number one is 3 countries. But you should know how interesting experience, how rich experience on vacation you are having. So don't be shy for this session. Whatever you think, this is already inspiring and interesting to other side of the world. Okay, so let's begin. This is an interesting day. We don't have nobody who don't have any role. So automatically, we have to participate, I guess. So I make it a little bit easier for, sorry, Daniel.
Yep, we'll have to join.
Yes, so I made it a little bit easier for everyone because you already have role. So which means I share the question at first and then ask volunteer speakers. So this is first one. What is vacation? Imagine me, I'm from Japan. Maybe I don't know what it is. Or imagine any kid shows up in front of you. What is vacation? Explain to a person who don't have any idea of it. Who's gonna start? Who's gonna take this?
Can I start? Oh, Daniel, yeah.
Okay, so Daniel, what is vacation? Daniel,
it was Eduardo who was talking. Eduardo can do that.
Okay.
I'll do that.
If you don't mind, yeah, you can start.
Okay, so that's your gentle motion with you guys, and then Eduardo will take this. So Plinio, please time him. So Eduardo, the stage is yours.
What is vacation? As Akiko-san stands out, our Brazilian definition of vacation are very strict. We take it very seriously. And to explain to Akiko, who used to live in Japan, I think, he lives in Brazil right now. For us, it's a time to relax, to have fun, to focus more on ourselves, our family, get the work aside, and focus on our the people around us, including us. And this period of time, I'm hoping for it in this year. As you see, this picture is a place that I'm planning to visit. It's called Natal, is Pipa, placed in Natal, the state of Natal, Rio Grande do Norte. And I'm planning to take my family on vacation there and see this beautiful beach and just resting in some relaxing wind and the sound of the waves, and forgot the work for some days and recharge my full battery and get back to work. Back to you, Kiko.
So inspiring, interesting. Get work aside. Interesting. I think your speech is very nice. You define it. What the vacation is very clearly and then easy to understand and hooked Japanese people so immediately. So thank you for sharing your idea.
And it's a breathtaking image.
Sure. I think the Brazilian governance have to hire you to promote the more tourists. It is so fascinating the way you showed your idea. Okay, so we move on to next. I'm sorry. Okay, next question is, what is your best memory of vacation? And then what did you learn from the experience? Who's gonna take this question? I saw Plinio. No other competitors? Okay, Plinio.
I can time you, Plinio, if you want.
I do. No problem.
Oh, thank you, Eduardo. And then
it's automatic, yeah.
Okay, so Plinio, the stage. Sorry, go ahead.
I have my best memory of vacation. All of them were breathtaking. All of them, because all of them have been planned, and all of them have been chosen the way I could afford things. We have, of course, 30 days vacation in Brazil, but we work a lot. It's 8 hours too many. I know in Japan there are people who work more than 12 hours per day, and this is it's difficult. At the end of the world, the people from Japan, they are not tired. That's why they are all thin. It's hard to see one single person in Japan fat. They are all thin because they work, and they don't have time to eat the way we eat. Of course, food in Japan is very, very good. I've never been there, but I intend to be one day. It's so far away. And all of my trips were breathtaking. And I got so many plans to keep doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Plinio. Oh, I'm so impressed. Every vacation you love. I want to know how many vacations you already have so far in your life, which will be like my vacation is less than 10 so far in my life. And then thank you for referring Japanese people, like comparison would be interesting. Thank you so much. So, shall we move on? Next question is, where would you go if someone gives you a round trip flight to anywhere for your next vacation? Any volunteer? Oh, I saw Laura.
Can I go?
So now, yeah, the stage is yours.
Great, thank you, Akiko. So I have to tell you something. I'm engaged right now, which means my next vacation will be my honeymoon. Yeah, so I'd love to get around tickets to my next vacation. And we are dependent on the pandemic, actually, but we'd love to go to Asia to get to know Indonesia and Thailand, and also the Vietnam, if we can. But right now, it's required a 7 to 10 day quarantine in each of these countries. So it's not actually that possible, because after all, if we have to spend 10 days inside the hotel, we don't actually get to know each of the countries. But if I can't go there, I actually would like to go to Central America, maybe the Caribbean, maybe Costa Rica and the Dominican Republic, or someplace like that, because I really love to go to the beach. Actually, you can see from my screen. This here is Fernando de Noronha, and I was there in 2020, actually right before the pandemic started, and it was one of the best trips I've ever had. So the second best thing would be to go to the Caribbean here, but I heard I'm going to get married in May. It's a raining time there, so let's see what the pandemic has for us. Back to you, Akiko.
Thank you so much, and congratulations for your marriage, Laura. Wow, I didn't know that. Wow, and then you are coming to Asia soon or a little bit later from Japan. I'm from Japan, and I know how far away for Brazilian people to go to Asia, but I hope you can enjoy a lot of different things, a lot of culturally different. The basics, fundamental way of thinking is totally different, but because of your skill of language, socialize, and a big smile, which we saw. I'm sure you're gonna have very fun time. Thank you so much. Okay. It's almost everyone are supposed to join, because I think we can move on to the next. Still, we have time still allows. Okay, so let's see. The next question is, oh, what do you dislike to do during vacation and why? What do you dislike to do during vacation and then why? Who can answer? Who can tell me? Daniel!
That one.
Yay! I'd like to know. It should be interesting. So Daniel,
Sure.
the stage is yours.
Thank you, Akiko. Thank you very much. One thing that definitely I don't like to do during vacation is to think about work or have something that was pending to be done, have some task that was missed, and then I have to come back for any reason and have to think about work. I think vacation is really, as Eduardo mentioned, it's a time for you to relax, get to enjoy yourself, forget about work for a few days, and then it's a moment for you to mind. I mean, mind per se, right? So if you are there enjoying a vacation at the beach like this one here, imagine me sitting there and then I suddenly get a call from someone from my work saying, hey, I have a problem, I need your help or something. It will be hard to say no, but again, that will probably affect your mind because you won't stop thinking about work again, right? So definitely one thing that if I can avoid is work. Turn off your work, get it away. In case someone call you, I was not there, sorry, my phone turned off, and just go and enjoy your vacation and have fun. Thank you. Back to you, Akiko.
Thank you, Daniel. Very, 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 very interesting, because I was always wondering how in Brazil people manage the absence of 1 month of one employee. And then if you are a manager, your team members occasionally leaving, and how do you proceed with your work? And then this is gonna be, I want to know, deep secret of, because you don't like to pick the phone during the vacation, right?
Right.
I think so. I don't know. Daniel, if you have any chance for your next speech or something, how do you finish your task before leaving for the vacation? That kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all included in thinking about vacation. You have to think weeks ahead, and then think everything that you have to do to also live on vacation. Because not only live, you have to plan your life while you are not there. So you have to start training people who work with you, and then have keep everyone communicated during your time. We usually, at least in my case, we usually don't take those 30 days. And the law here allows us to take to break those 30 days periods in different range of days. So you can take 5 days and 15 days. You can sell. If you don't want to take vacation, you can sell back to the company. But say you so have to do that along the planning side of the thing. So you have to be prepared in advance to do that.
I think that is the very skill that if you are working in Brazil, you should know how to do that. And Daniel, maybe it was only me, but when you explained the secret of managing side of that, your mic is kind of muted. Yeah. I think it's a system trouble. That is okay, because this is a secret you can sell, because all of the world wants to know it. You can keep the secret because someday you can tell me more. Thank you so much. I guess if the Vanessa or Margarete is available, we keep going on. Margarete, are you in for the next question, or Vanessa,
yes,
are
I
you
am.
there? Okay,
I am. Let's go.
Okay, then let's go. Good, you had a big speech and you can participate this impromptu speech too. Thank you so much. So what I want to ask you to Margaret is, what do you always bring for vacation? And why? What do you always bring for vacation? And why? Margaret, the stage is yours.
Okay. I usually bring my necessaire that my husband used to joke me because it's a huge one. And again, it's not necessary, superfluous, because I have the needs and also what I don't need. So I usually have a big necessaire where I can have a lot of stuff that I can use during my vacations. I also always have bikinis, even though I'm going to a place that is not hot. Like I was in Canada with my daughter Julia 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago, and it was snowing a lot, very cold, and I had my bikinis, and we went to a hotel that had a spa, so we could go to the spa, hot water. It was amazing. I always have my bikinis or maillots, I don't know how to say that in English, swimming wear, and my necessary is a big one. So, and credit card. So if I have credit card, I am in hell. So in hell now, in heaven. So I can buy everything, whenever and whatever I am. So that's the 3 things I need always.
Thank you, Margaretti. Bikini. Oh, I think it's so charming that I got answer from you. One of the Brazilian lady told me that bikini is always must, even you go to the snow season to Canada. And sorry, Margaret, I couldn't get the first one. You said accessory? What was the first one? Can you say it again? Oh, Margaret, you are in mute.
I said it is in Portuguese, but it's in French. That means nécessaire. That is a box where you put all the stuff like you use in your face, like creams and makeups and, you know, those kind of female things. So I have a big one.
Thank you so much. What elegant answers you have three.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I know now the necessary, my mother-in-law, she is a Brazilian lady, always bring, not so big, but tiny, very nicely protected. Thank you so much. And then thank you for everyone to support me to understand in a chat box. I see, now I know the new word. And how shall we proceed? Vanessa, are you there? If Vanessa is on, we will ask Vanessa, but if it's not, this is it. Vanessa, maybe she is not there.
Hi.
Hi, Vanessa, do you want to do?
Yes, I can participate.
Thank you. So, what are they? Everyone had to join the prompt. Yeah. Sorry, keep you wait. Oh, this is a little bit philosophical, but sorry, my presentation is a little bit messy, but what I want to ask to Vanessa is, what is the most important element of your vacation? What is the most important element of your vacation? Vanessa, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Akiko. I think the most important element of the vacation for me is to have some time to rest, because sometimes we go to a place and we do a lot of stuff when we are traveling, and we don't get some time to rest. So when you come back from the vacation, you're more tired than when you went to the vacation. So for me, it's very important to have time to rest, because if I don't separate some time to rest, I get too tired when I go to visit the places where I want to go, and I can't have as much fun as I would have if I rested. So that's a very important thing for me to do. And sometimes I separate like an afternoon and I say, if I go to the beach, for example, and I stay in a nice hotel, this afternoon I'm only going to stay here looking at the people at the pool, and I'm not going to a million places. So that's something that I try to always do, not to plan every single period of my days of in the place with things to do. So I separate some time to only stay there, and sometimes I sleep the whole afternoon. Sometimes I only stay in a very quiet place and do something quiet, like reading a book. So that's something that is very important for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. I think that your way of spending time during vacation, like separate, is very rich in your feeling of your actually relaxing. Aside get that work aside. That is all connected from Eduardo's answers as well. Thank you so much. And by the way, Vanessa, where is your background? Maybe you can tell us shortly.
Yes, it's in Monaco. There is a garden there, and there are some caves. And I found it very surprising when I went there. that there were these caves and we can see stalactites and stalagmites. And I liked it very much when I went there.
Wow, it's Monaco. I didn't even imagine. Wow.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing your experience. Okay, so thank you everyone for participating. Yeah, I'm so happy. And back to you, Daniel.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Akiko. Yeah, it was a really very good table topic session. Very fun. Very good topics and questions that were easy to answer. It was good to know a little bit more about each one's experience with vacation. Awesome. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. All right. So going to presentation. Right, next up, we're going to have the time report from Plinio, who's going to tell us about the time for each of the tabletops speakers. So, Plinio.
Everybody is available to be voted. I left the time there and the chat, but Eduardo explaining what vacation is, 1.41 minutes. Plinio and his breathtaking plans to vacation, 1.31 minutes. Laura and her next planned vacation, her honeymoon, 1.18 seconds. Daniel don't like to think about working on vacation, 1.15 seconds. I thought you were going to say that you don't like working out on vacation because I hate, but I do that every time. Margaret used to take her necessary to vacation, 1.41 seconds. And Vanessa says she can't forget to resting during vacation, 1.41 minutes. And this is very important, Vanessa. Back to you, Toastmasters Daniel.
Thanks a lot, Plinio. Great report. So now we are going to move on with the next action in the meeting, which will be our voting for the best table topics speaker. Now we're going to have 1 minute, and Akiko is going to put the link in the chat here for us to vote. So Plinio, could you please count 1 minute for us to get the vote from everybody, please?
Daniel, there is
Yes.
some system trouble on my
All
PC.
right.
So what I'm going to do for voting is just share on the chat box below. So everyone, please reply me the number directly, privately. We don't use the poll because we can't right now.
Okay.
Can you send me the message to Akiko
Yes.
privately? Sorry, but Akiko, we have 2 Akikos right now. So you said pick the @topics and Zoom Akiko, please, to send them your opinion. And then please, Plinio, for 1 minute, please. Oh, thank you, everybody. Don't choose Akiko Yamagami, but @topics and Zoom Akiko, please. And then I am waiting a little bit more answers. Does anyone have trouble to send me the message directly? Please let me know, because I am expecting a little bit more people send me message directly.
All right. We can move on with the voting, and people can continue to send you, Akiko, the voting through the chat.
Sounds
and we'll
good.
continue with the meeting. So let me go ahead and continue sharing here. All right, next up, we are at the evaluation section. Now we're gonna hear from our evaluators the feedback to our speakers. To get started, Margarete Carneiro is going to provide the feedback to Alaúzi Pires. Margarete will have from 2 to 3 minutes to deliver her feedback. Alaúzi unfortunately has left, but we'll keep it recorded, Margarete, so you can go ahead and provide your feedback. So Margarete, the stage is yours.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm back here. Well, evaluate Alaúzi is very hard because she's so good, so enthusiastic, so good on what she does. That's very difficult. She made a very clear presentation with very good pronunciation. She had an excellent pose and gestures. She was stand up, so we could see her and the gesture as well. She was smiling as usual, and she is very empathetic and make us very connect to her. And it's very hard to challenge Alaúzi because she challenged herself. And she's improving a lot. Every time that I see Alaúzi, she's doing better and better. I'd like to challenge her to maybe to try to move. I know it's difficult in using the video, but I believe in some weeks we can go have our presentations in real time, and I'd like to see her in a place where she can move and walk and use all her body and body language to express herself. It will be my challenge to her. I think we can do that sooner that we can imagine. And I also would like to invite her, as she does everything well. I'd like to challenge her to be crazy, to go crazy, and maybe use some different costume when she is deliver a message, or like an accessory, like a hat or something that make this presentation even more interesting. I'd like to challenge her to do those two things in the next presentation. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Margarete. Thanks a lot for feedback. I'm sure Alaúzi will enjoy hearing your comments. All right. Next up. We are going to hear the second evaluator of the day, who will be Vanessa. She will deliver her feedback to Margarete Carneiro, and Vanessa will also have from 2 to 3 minutes. So, Vanessa, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Daniel. Margaret, congratulations. I liked your speech very much. You delivered compelling content. You make it possible for the audience to connect with your speech, because you gave examples that are common to our lives. And you also had a breathtaking set of slides. So congratulations for that. I think in the beginning of your presentation, I noticed that you lost a little bit of eye contact. I think for when you were connecting the presentation slides to present. And I don't know if you had the script beside your monitor, but I noticed that you were looking to the left in the beginning a lot of times. So I would give you this advice to rehearse a little more, to be able to be more independent of the script. And also, it would be nice if you could rehearse also putting the presentation and passing the slides, because I felt you had a little bit of difficulty during your speech to pass the slides in the right time. This was mostly in the beginning of the presentation. I noticed that by the end of the presentation, you already had, you were already doing this very naturally. You had a very good connection with the audience, provided by the examples that you gave, and also because you gave the opportunity for the audience to speak during your speech with the questions that you make. And you had asked me to pay attention to your pace and your intonation, and also your English. I thought that you had a good pace and intonation. Maybe you could work a little more in the vocal variety. And I noticed very few mistakes in English. I will pass them to you in the form, the evaluation form. To challenge yourself, I will ask you to rehearse more and be independent of the script during your next presentation. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Vanessa. Really appreciate, and great feedback. All right. Next, we are going to hear how the evaluators went in our reports for time. So I will turn over now to Plinio to provide a report for time.
It's me again. Okay, they are both eligible to be voted. Margaret to Alauzi, 2 minutes 35 seconds. And Vanessa to Margaret, 2 minutes 53 minutes. I want to congratulate Margaret because I have never seen both roles at the same time. This is so good, and this is what Toastmasters are. Congratulations, Margaret. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Plinio. Really appreciate. Great report. Let me share. All right, now we are at the evaluation stage. Now we're going to do the evaluation for our best, the best speech evaluator. And Akiko is posting now the pool. It's coming online. We'll have 1 minute to complete the vote.
Eduardo, we have 1 minute to vote. 12 years ago, I went to Natal, and I was astonished with the view of this beach, Morro do Careca. Beautiful, beautiful. By the way, it was my first cruise to the Northwest. And last October, I went back to Natal. And I cannot express myself how this place is. Natal is ruled by PT, Partido dos Trabalhadores. Very dirty. Every meter square in Natal is dirty. Morro do Careca is not the same, but the city is still beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, Plinio. All right, we are about time with the vote for the best evaluator. And I think we have reached the results. I can see the results here, Akiko. All right.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
All right, so let me go back to our presentation. And we are going to move on with the next report, which is going to be the counter report, who's going to be provided by Laura. So Laura, you'll have 3 minutes to provide the report for the counter. Laura, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Daniel. I divided the accounting in 3 main parts. The prolongations, that means when you say, I'm about to, the filler words, and the repetitions. I'm going to, it also usually comes accompanied by the prolongation. And you, Daniel, you had 6 prolongations, 4 filler words, and 7 repetitions, such as go, to. I won't name all of them for everyone because it will take a long time. Our Lucy is a really great speaker, and she only had 2 prolongations and 2 repetitions. And the same goes for Margaret. It should be noted that Margaret had 4 times the amount of, had 4 times the time that Alice had. So it's clear that she would have more mistakes. She had 8 filler words and 20 repetitions, 1 filler sound. It was, and 2 prolongations. During Margaret's speech, we had Plinio talking. He had 2 repetitions, 1 filling word and 1 prolongation. Vanessa also speaks, and she had 2 filler words and 2 prolongations. During the table topics, Margaret had fewer filler words and fewer repetitions. She had 2 of each. Vanessa, during table topics, had 6 prolongations and 3 repetitions. Akiko, she had 3 repetitions, 3 prolongations. For Vanessa, during her evaluation, it was even fewer repetitions. That's nice. It was only 4 and 1 filler word. For Eduardo, we had 4 prolongations, 3 filler words. I counted my own filler words. During my table topics speech, I had 4 of them and 2 prolongations. And Plinio, lastly, during all your timer reports, you had only 4 prolongations and 1 repetition. And I like to point that for filler words, you can just say nothing. You can take a pause and take a minute to think about what you're about to say. And the same goes for prolongations. You don't need to fill in there with just the same words. You can, if you're doing a speech, you can create a moment, create a expectation for what you're about to say. And if you're just making a comment or something like that, it's okay too. And regarding the repetition, that's mostly because when you're nervous, you repeat things. So just try to take a deep breath before you start speaking, and everything will go just fine. Back to you, Daniel.
Thanks a lot, Laura. Very good report. Amazing, and I definitely need to work hard on my filler words. I know I have lots of them. All right, next up, let me share again my screen. Is the next report, which will be done by our general evaluator, who is Eduardo Barbosa. Eduardo will provide us a general feedback for the whole meeting, and he will have from 5 to 7 minutes to provide this report. So, Eduardo, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Daniel. And I would like to begin with you, man. Notice that Daniel double-checked the meeting at the beginning of the meeting with all the roles. If they had guests, if we have visitors, they request us to rename ourselves with our roles. This is very important in the beginning of all meetings in the Toastmasters, in the meeting in our life as well, because you have to follow a structure to don't get lost during the meeting. So congrats, Daniel, for this. He also starts on time. He conducts the meeting very well, following the script, the agenda. This is very good time management skills. Congrats for this. It's a positive point to you, man. For the timer role, Plinio, He presented himself. He told the times. Not only he spoke the times, but he typed down on the chat the times in the tabletop speech, the evaluation speech, and the impromptu and prepared speech as well. A thing that I would like to just recommend is to, of course, we don't have any visitors or any guests here who are outside of Toastmasters, but it's important to keep in mind that it's to tell the why we have this function. I suggest, I personally like to follow the 3W. That's why, the why, how, and what. Why we have this role, how we're gonna have it, and what we're gonna deliver this. So we have to time management because it's important to have a time, and how this we have this background that we show to you, and what we have this time 1 minute to 2 minutes, and then tell this separate time. It's just a suggestion from my point. I counted Laura. You go very straight to the point. I like this. You tell right away your function, the role as well. You divide it when you give the feedback in 3. I like this. You keep in our minds how you're gonna deliver the feedback. You not only throw out in whenever way that you want. You divide it in repetition, filler words, and prolongation. This gives a sense of organization. I like this. And the final, you give some tips. I like this as well. Tabletop Master Kiko, you do it amazingly. You are so energetic. You explained. This was new for me. You explain why you was delivering this kind of table talks relating to vacations. I really like the background, the story behind it. Congrats for this. You nailed it. And you're very attractive and good looking presentation. I saw they will make it in Canvas. You have a little trouble there, but it's normal, just a technological issues, but it's normal. Don't care about that. And an overall feedback, I would like just to recommend doing the breaks between the speech to have some, I don't know, some comments regarding to the speech, or some music on the background because we don't have this silent moments like I was trying to represent right now, because we have this awkward sensation. Just a tip for my part. But guys, you're doing awesomely. Call me whenever you want. I'm looking forward to see and help you whenever I can and you ask me. Thank you very much, and back to you, Daniel.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Eduardo. Very good and very positive feedback. I'm sure we all have opportunities to improve, and we all are doing good things too. So thanks, everyone. Was amazing. Now we are at one very fun section of the meeting, which is our picture of the meeting, the best smile. So I'm gonna stop sharing and I will take a screenshot here. So I'll ask everybody to turn on your cameras and I will take a screenshot here. All right, everybody looking at the camera. Looking at the camera and say X. One and one more. All right, that's it. I took the screenshot now. All right, let's do the next one. Okay. So now we are at the winners of the day. The very first one is the table topic. So roll the drums.
We have a clue. Daniel, I think we have the clue.
And the first one is Laura. Laura is our winner for the table topics. Congratulations, Laura. All right, next one. The best evaluator. The winner of the day is Vanessa Santos. Congratulations, Vanessa. Amazing. And the last but not least, who is the best prepared speech of the day? And the winner is Alauzi Pires. Congratulations, Alauzi. She's not here, but she will hear the recording later and we'll see. So congratulations, it was a great speech today. Thank you very much for the speech. Great one. All right. So final announcements that I would like to make for you is our meetings are free, and the next meeting that we have will be happening. Actually, there will be a meeting which will be held at the Café de Improviso. It will be a meeting in person, right? I'm sure there will be all the safety concerns related to COVID, but it will be held on the 29th of January at 3:30 p.m. At Infino. It's at the 506 South here in Brasília. That's a place there. I think it's like a mix of cafe, and it's a very fun place where we'll have this meeting. There will also be the next online meeting in Portuguese will be held on February 5th at 3 p.m. also. And I would like to invite everybody to join our speech contest, which will be held on February 10th at 7:15 p.m. I will be one of the speakers, and it will be very fun. So I invite everybody to join and participate in this event too. With that, I would like to thank everybody for joining this meeting. It was a great meeting, and it was done with the help of from all of you. So thanks everybody for your support, and have everybody a great weekend.
Thank you
Great
so
weekend,
much,
everyone. Thank you for
all right.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks everyone. Take care.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good job, Daniel. Welcome back.
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
It was fun, isn't it?
It was fun, very admirable. How can I? Lovely, because a small group, we know each other. Yeah,
Yes.
we have to do everything together.
Yes, have to play all the roles all together. Yeah, but it was good. I don't know how are the English meetings going. I mean, I felt that it was just a small audience today, but how is it compared to the other ones? Have you been joining the other English meetings?
No,
No,
only this club. Yes.
Okay, but in the other English meetings, we have one English meeting per month. How is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And have you joined the last one? How is it going?
We have more members, more participants, including a guest, and then the speakers was like today, like 2 or 3 speakers each.
Okay.
And then we are always so